Since 1684, generations of rectors have served at St James's. But one of the most influential in recent times was Donald Reeves, who was rector in the 1980s. The night before his installation, Reeves shut himself in the building while he tried to work out how he could take the church forward. Let's hear from our rector, Lucy Winkett.
It was a church that he perceived to be a society church, really. I mean, it was open on a Sunday for matins and it was open for weddings on a Saturday, but for much of the time not a lot was happening here. So Donald really opened the place up and gave it a very distinctive identity. One of the things that he was most proud of was that the Prime Minister at the time, Margaret Thatcher, described him as a very dangerous man. So he positioned the church in a more radical tradition, really, and politically to the left. CND meetings were held here. Stop the War Coalition had its meetings here, and so it became a very lively place of debate in the 80s. One other extraordinary rector was William Temple, who came here in 1914 and served here during the First World War, but later went on to be Archbishop of Canterbury, and extraordinarily influential post the Second World War in the creation of the NHS, for example, and somebody whose possibly greatest quotation was to say that the church is the only institution in society that exists for the benefit of the people who don't belong to it. And for that to be a kind of mission statement for the church as a whole was really extraordinary. Some of the former rectors, of course, have gone on to be Archbishops of York or Archbishops of Canterbury, and I guess being a Westminster church, that's not a particular surprise. So Tennyson was one of those people, Archbishop Tennyson, who was a great advocate of education for poor boys and girls when he was rector here. So it's a fantastic tradition to be part of. It's quite an extraordinary line of people to have inherited that energy and that outward-looking vision from.